Hello summoners, welcome back to the channel. So in this video we're going to talk about masteries and we'll be taking a look at various setups starting from a very simple and basic one. These are the masteries that I believe that you must have, and after that you get a choice. Like, you have limited points and all these powerful masteries, expensive masteries even, so you kind of have to pick and choose depending on your rosters. For example, like if you have, let's say, Awakened Nick Fury, then getting Deep Wounds max should be a priority for you. On the other hand, if you have a strong Mystic character, then you should go for Mystic Dispersion. But anyways, coming back to proficiency and your initial basic setup, first get parry, get dexterity, 1 point in each, then max parry, ideally also max 2p5. Then move to defense. Here your goal is to max block proficiency first. Don't put your points and stand your ground and stuff like that. That does increase your PI by a lot, but the thing is that PI doesn't really matter at all in the game, except like in arena points or stuff like that. But for the most part, PI is just a number that you shouldn't care about. But after this, you can go for 1 point in salve and then maxing out recovery. Now this is not essential unless you have a very strong regeneration character. Even then it can wait a little bit. And salve, like if you watch some older mastery guys, then some people will recommend you to run max salve. I don't think it's that powerful. At the end of the day, like, it doesn't make that big of an impact when you're playing like with 5 or 6 star characters where you have that much health. Now coming to offense, the first priority will be to unlock precision and cruelty. In order to do that, you'll have to put 1 point in stuff like vitality, then lesser precision, lesser cruelty. Don't max those out because that is something I did because those were cheaper. So I thought, like, let's not use units to unlock precision and cruelty and all of these, because the thing is, masteries is the only thing in the game which doesn't, like, where the value doesn't decrease in time. When I was unlocking these masteries 5 years ago, they still had the same value, they still do now. But if I would have like bought some premium hero crystals, I would have gotten a 3 star, which might have helped a little bit. But overall, masteries, they're guaranteed value and much better use of your units. So in my opinion, this is the most basic mastery build that you must have. And of course, when you're starting out, you can't unlock them all. You are short on points, you're short on units. But like after this point, you get to choose depending on your personal preference and roster. So if you have, let's say, a strong bleed character, it could be anyone. But I've done a damage comparison because Deep Wounds, on paper, it might not look that big and it is very expensive. But at the same time, I did a damage comparison between Nick Fury with 0 points and 5 out of 5 deep wounds. It was a huge difference, and he is just very powerful. If you have any strong bleed characters, like I run it all the time, it's that good. So now I'm just wasting points here, which is not recommended, but I'm doing it for a reason, and that is to get 15 points in defense. And this is a mastery that I cannot recommend enough. This has saved me so many potions. It's willpower. I always run it. Like right now, season is going on. I'm not running Suicide Masteries. I'm still running max. Willpower is, in my opinion, a must-have mastery. But at the same time, you have to kind of waste a little bit of points, and it is a little bit expensive as well. So now we're going for a non-suicide build. So you still have 8 points left. What are you going to do with it? So get 11 points in proficiency, and then you can unlock Mystic Dispersion. Again, only do this if you have strong nullify characters. If you have someone like, let's say, Clairvoyant, or like, they don't need, I don't think any character in the game needs Mystic Dispersion, but they almost all good nullify characters like Symbiote Supreme, Clairvoyant, Doctor Doom, they all benefit from it in buff heavy matchups. So now you have 0 points left. This is my recommended no suicide build. Again, it could vary. Maybe you like to run Iniquity, even if you don't run Suicide, that just reduces incoming bleed damage. Or, you know, there are a lot of masteries here, all powerful. But now we're going to talk about Suicide masteries. So when I change masteries, like this is my non-suicide setup that I'm running at the moment. So I recover all my points from proficiency, and basically because if you don't put points for Mystic Dispersion in, then you can unlock Suicide Masteries without recovering any points from the offense and defense tree. So that just saves units, because here this is the CCP beta, it's just taking gold. But a lot of these, even when you have unlocked them, if you're putting points back in them, it takes a little bit of unit. It might not seem that much, but if you're doing a whole mastery tree, then it definitely adds up. Could be up to like 80 to 100 units every single time you switch between suicides and no suicides. But basically you want to have 1 point in recoil, 1 point in glass cannon, and then max out double edge, max out liquid courage. So this is probably the most common suicide mastery setup. Some people also like to, at this point we also have the wounds max. If you want to run in equity, you can lose some points there. It's a proficiency, those 8 points, they're just necessary. So if you want to pick up in equity and reduce the incoming bleed damage in the start of every single fight, willpower will help. But then you can remove some points of deep wounds there. But that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, subscribe to the channel for more content, like this video, share with your alliance, stay safe, have a good one, bye bye.